welcome back, everybody. Do you know what time it is? It's blind trade time. It's blind trade time. That's right, our friend Brett Jesse is back for yet another round of blind trades. Brett Jesse right there, don't look at his address. He's back for blind trade number 5. He sent us a big package of cards and a couple of caveats before we get started. He has seen my recent returns and recent trades and everything. And of course, he's working on a 92 Upper Deck set. He said he needed these 2 cards in particular, and he was going to send me outside of today's blind trade 2 cards that we had agreed upon. I think it's a Frank Tanana card for the Storm Davis, and I believe it's a Ron Say card for the Lance Johnson. And otherwise, there'll be some blind trade cards in here. And this is number 5 with Brett and I, and we've done all baseball, all football, and then all baseball again. And then most recently, we did a blind trade for TTM fuel. So unsigned cards that each of us could use for fuel to send off for guys who signed through the mail. And so that was pretty cool, different way of doing things. This is number 5, and he said he would send me a mix of cards, which he has done. And with this Dallas Star in there, that's pretty cool. There's the Tanana card, the greats of the game. I remember that deal. Michael, thanks for another great deal. Enjoyed the cards. Talk to you soon. Brett. Okay. So then he's got some cards, and there's a Don Sutton on the back already, Hall of Famer in there. So we're going to take this Tanana out and exclude that from the blind trade. Tanana goes with Storm Davis. And the Ron Say, which I thought that was an incredible deal there for Lance Johnson. He's got a divider there. So, yeah, he knew that too, that those 2 were outside of the blind trade. And for the blind trade, drum roll, please, Dave Cowens, Hall of Famer, with his Florida State jersey on. Steve Kerr, great coach, great player. And then he also said, that's another thing that we agreed upon, was he was going to send me some racing cards, which he knew my racing collection was very low. And he said, I'll send you some racing cards. There's Kyle Petty, Harry Gant, Bobby Allison. Okay, there's 3. He said he would send me racing cards, and I did not have to send him racing cards in return, but I could send him anybody that he thought I thought he'd be interested in. So that's pretty cool. So I've got 3 racing cards. Dan Reeves, great player, great coach. Rick Meyer, the Golden Domer. Haven Moses. Mark Chimera, I think he sent me a Mark Chimera card before. Gilbert Brown, he was a great defensive tackle. I don't have him in my collection. Ken Maka, who played here in Charleston in AAA from the Pirate system. Mark Parent, catcher for the Padres. Tom Niedenfuer, all right. Don't know if I have him in my collection. Bill Campbell, and there's the Hall of Famer Don Sutton. All right, so let's separate these. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 football. Say is out. Tanana is out. 5 football, 3 racing. This is going to be a big one. That's what she said. 2 basketball. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 baseball, including 1 Hall of Famer. So there's 1 Hall of Fame, 2. And Reeves may make it someday. He didn't win a Super Bowl, I don't believe. So he's questionable, but he was a great one. And this, I'll have to match this one somehow. So anyway, let's get started. These are out. He's going to get the Storm Davis and Lance Johnson for the set. Put those over there for now. And let's go through these one by one. Dan Reeves, great player, great coach. Let's send him a Dan Reeves card in return. I think I did one time. That's baseball. These are football over here that you can barely see outside of the camera. Don't have to match them up position by position, but generally like to, and sport by sport. Brett wouldn't care. He's a fan of all sports. Let's see here. Looking for a Roger Craig card. How about that? One of those creased cards I got from Roger Craig. Let's see. How about a 1990 Pro set? He sent me a 91 Pro set. 91 Pro set. Roger Craig. Pro Bowl. That's okay, I guess. Blind trade signs falling down. My crack staff worked on that sign for minutes, maybe seconds. Rick Meyer. Let's just go through these footballs one by one. Rick Meyer. He was a Golden Domer. And so was... I use this guy quite often. I have him quite often, I think. That's the reason I use him. All right. Had him a bunch of times. He's been in a few TTM videos. Oops. Mr. Golden Domer again on the 90 Pro set. Rick Meyer. Okay, his will be in hard cards, mine will not be in hard cards. Haven Moses, we've gotten him a few times in the past. He's a great signer, great player, kind of underrated in the annals of football history, I think. Played before the, before the passing game became in vogue. But he had great stats in the era in which he played, one of the best in which he played. Back then, the passing rules were much different. You could beat up a receiver on the way down the field, and teams relied much, much more on the running game, obviously. Let me go with this, this 91 Fleer Reggie Langhorn for Haven Moses. I don't know if that's fair or not. Who knows? Who knows anymore? Who knows? Two more football. Mark Chimera. I think last time I gave him Marv Cook. Head for head with Mark Chimera. That was a pretty good one. So we can't do that again. Let's see here. Like I often say, I keep these in alphabetical order. I'm really working the 90 Pro set. Let's go with the 91 Pacific. Packer for Packer. Mandridge is now charging $1 per. Remember that, folks. So Packer for Packer there. Another Packer, Gilbert Brown. Forgot about him. I'm going to go with another great defensive tackle. Probably shouldn't, but he got... Let's see here. Bum, 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 bum. Mr. Ray Childress. That's a pretty good deal there. Ray Childress is a great player. He may make the Hall of Fame someday. Don't think Gilbert Brown will, but he was a great player too in his day. All right, the 3 racing. What am I going to do for this? Give him some football stars. He likes football. He likes baseball. I'm going to give him some baseball and some football. Why not? He likes these upper deck, 91, 92 upper deck. There's a Frank DiPino for Kyle Petty. I don't even know if that's fair or not. I have no idea. Who will it be? Here he is. That's who I'm looking for. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. All right. How about a Moose Down? Moose Down, 92 tops. I think that's what it is for Harry Gant. Who knows? How could you match up an all-pro football player with a Winston Cup winner? I don't know if you really can. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I got some interrupted there. Had to turn the camera off. Kevin Butler for Bobby Allison. Again, that seems fair to me. I don't know. Brett will tell me and let me know, I'm sure. Okay, so we're on to basketball. Dave Cowens, Hall of Famer. Basketball's over here, again, off camera to the right. I've got an idea for him, another Hall of Famer. Definitely Hall of Fame for Hall of Fame, right? Got to go Hall of Fame for Hall of Fame. And this Hall of Famer is Maurice Cheeks. Maurice Cheeks for Dave Cowens. Hall of Fame for Hall of Fame. Steve Kerr. Who you gonna call? Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr. Here's one I got recently. This guy's a pretty good player. Whoops, where is he? Marco Bellinelli for Steve Kerr. All right. Moving right along. Baseball. Ken Maka. I got an idea who his old teammate, probably. No, there's no probably. He was his teammate, I'm sure. Both played here in Charleston. AAA Pirates. In the late 70s, mid-late 70s. That would be Mr. Art Howe. He still was a player in this. There he is by the Pirates, 74 and 75. So that means he was here in Charleston in 73 and 74. And I believe Ken Maka was there too. That's why they stayed together on the A's. They were good buddies from the minor league system and from the Pirate system. Pretty certain of that. I'll leave these out. Gives me some room to wiggle here in case I need that. All right, Mark Parent. I don't know your stats, Mr. Mark Parent. Were you great or were you just good? He was just good. He was a part-time player. Whoa, look at that average. Mr. Mendoza called. Wow. All right, Mark Parent. You are here. I'm branching out here. I'm on my 1, 2, 3, 4, 6th row now of baseball autographs. Don't fall back. There you go. Mark Parent, I'm going to poke you up another catcher. On an 83 Fleer in the Padres for Padres. Steve Swisher for Mark Parent. Boom. Boom! XG1 Space Modulator. Boom. Okay, next up, Tom. Needing fewer. I'm needing fewer of these cards, that's for sure. These are too many. Where are you? This guy pitched for the Indians. His name starts with a B. Can you guess it? Can you guess it? In the 90s, I believe. Well, he's way up here at the beginning. I had no idea. There he is. Okay, who's it going to be? You guessed it. Mr. Scott Bales on a 90 Leaf for Mr. Tom Niedenfuer. I guess they're kind of compatible. Bill Campbell, Not Dave Campbell, the ESPN announcer, but Bill Campbell, which I'm sure they nicknamed him Soup. Back here. He was a pretty good reliever. I'm probably not going to match up with this one very well. The first thing that came to mind was Mr. Ed Vandenberg on the 87 Tops. Probably not a good matchup for Mr. Campbell. But I don't know. It's tough to do these. Don Sutton. He knows who I have because he's seen all my videos. He doesn't make videos, so I don't know who he has. Sutton's a Hall of Famer, 314 wins. Put this back here. And yeah. Trying to find him a Hall of Famer. Sutton signs for a fee. This guy signs for a fee. And I got the inscription on that one. Goose Gossage for the set. 89 Fleer, Goose Gossage for the greats of the game, Don Sutton. And is that it? That seems quicker than usual. Maybe it's not for you guys. Seems quick for me. This is really nerve-wracking. That's for certain. But let's go back over this one for one. This was outside the deal. This was already agreed upon through instant messages on Facebook. He wanted this Lance Johnson, and he promised me the Ron Say. He wanted the Storm Davis for his set, and he promised me the Frank Tanana. Gave me a choice of some players that I might be interested in. I took the Tanana, not a big deal. All right, he gave me Don Sutton. I gave him Goose Gossage with inscription. He gave me Bill Campbell. I gave him Ed Vandenberg. Not happy with that one. I might change that. He gave me Niedenfuhr. I gave him Scott Bales. He gave me Parent. I gave him Swisher. He gave me Maka. I gave him Howell. He gave me Kerr. Moving awfully slowly. I gave him Bellinelli. He gave me Cowens. I gave him Cheeks. He gave me Bobby Allison. I gave him Kevin Butler. Remember, these racing cards were not one-for-one racing. He just said he'd give me some racing cards to help with my collection. I'd give him some other cards. Ray Childress, Gilbert Brown. Chimura for Madrich. Haven Moses for Reggie Langhorne. Rick Meyer for Alan Pinkett. Dan Reeves for Roger Craig. All right, that